Hello, friends. Welcome to the show number 14. Oh my goodness. With number 14. Hi, we have two very special guests with us today. First is a longtime contributor of both our programs, our university and the marketing media team, Ivar Uncle. He is being nominated as the new head of Golden Horde University. Hello,
Hi.
say hi. Yes.
And thanks for having me today.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you for coming in. And then over here we have CaptainFelix from Frig. He is the ex-commander of the frigate wing, and again a contributor to the Golden Horde University. Hello.
Long-time fan. Happy to be here.
All right, welcome. Cool. Uncle, I wanted to start with you because, again, just how much you've been contributing to us. I remember when we first started the marketing team, you were sort of a advisor to us because, like, you do marketing in real life. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So I run a marketing agency in real life that I started a couple of years ago. I would say right now I'm being more of a full-time dad than working inside the company. I've automated a lot of things
That's good.
inside the company, so to be able to be more with my family.
Sure.
But yeah, that's where I started. Marketing is my thing. I started mostly advising smaller companies and consultants. So that's
Okay.
where my expertise is, and switched more over to automating processes. So that's what
Wow.
my agency mostly does today.
Nice. Excellent. And it's been so, like, you give us so much valuable advice. The media marketing wouldn't be here without you. So, but now you're crossing over to university, which we'll talk about in just one second. Let's talk about. I wanted to give you a brief history. Let me show you the founding document first. Where is the founding document? Is this it? There you go. Okay, founding document. The history. Why? How do we start this university? It was back in when the alliance was first formed. We had no doctrine. People didn't know how to anchor. People didn't know how to even fleet up. We had one Intel channel that we used that people were using to excel for fleets. It was a complete mess. So, and more importantly, we were so new. Even though we had a lot of online veterans, we lacked a common culture and identity. So, based on these two reasons, I talked to Bo, and and so I proposed this idea of university. And let's just go over the original sort of the mission that we had. It was one, to introduce members to our core values. So that's the culture part. Well, B is also a culture part, to give members a long-lasting sense of community. And number 3 is really the teaching part, to teach a bunch of lessons. This is what we had at first. We had a beginner's New Bros 101, and then we had a welcome fleet. This was for like the culture, to get to know the alliance, the people. And then I'll talk more about welcome fleets later. And then there were some PvE classes, there were some PvP classes, and then of course leadership training. We had the mentorship program, and we had some free frigates, never really taken off. And I know Uncle, you talked about this with me earlier. You wanted us to get sponsored too. So hopefully some people, industry teams, with the new leadership coming in, hopefully they'll get that sorted out for us. Some free frigates. Anyway, so that's a brief look at the history, and the look at the beautiful poster that we have. We never really got to release this because this was made pieces of lie for our first war against the bots, and nobody had a war in Echoes before, and so we just thought, okay, we needed to prepare people for war, and we made this poster. Anyways,
I think it was posted on Reddit.
You saw it? Yeah.
Posted on Reddit. I think so, yeah.
Yeah. because at that time we had 2 universities, and we were sort of bragging how we had 2 universities, but now we just have 1. Anyways, let's go back to talking about how you guys got started. Let's start with CaptainFelix first. Like, how did you hear about the university, and how did you start? Yeah.
It was when I joined Valhalla and the Golden Horde.
Yeah.
I was part of I'm guessing the second generation of Valhalla members. So after you guys, after the OG, when you guys were already established in Cash, I heard it from I believe Scoundrel. I was
Oh, you were freezing up for a minute, but yeah,
when Evac came out, just usually doing things on my own. Yeah, doing things on my own. And then I was looking for Corpse, saw Valhalla, saw Golden Horde, joined it, and then I was just looking for tips. And yeah, I saw the university. I was even able to fly in one of your welcome fleets. I think
you did.
Was around.
Cool.
Cash. Yeah. The welcome fleet was still there when I joined, so that was pretty sweet. I think you toured us around Cash.
Yeah.
Where people mine and stuff.
Yeah.
And then as I learned more about the game, I tried to be more involved. I did for a little bit there. Valhalla was doing a program called PRO, which is supposed to help new players. Just kind of get in the corp, get in the alliance, help them as much as we can. But then it kind of stalled because our department head moved up in the alliance. What is his name? He became the head of recruitment for the alliance. And then it's just something that I did. Every time I would see people with questions in Discord, I try to answer it if I knew the answer. And then when you were looking for lecturers or mentors for new players, I signed up for it too because it was a natural progression on what I wanted to do with the PRO program with Valhalla. And then ever since then, anytime I was able to host something for the alliance, I tried to since I'm more of a PvP player now, I tried to get as much people in as possible. I was doing the cheap frigate nights, but I don't really want to get into it. it's a whole other topic.
That's okay.
I recently stepped down, but I still try to help out. I still try to help out as much as I can. I'm usually available for our miners for our drop bear program. So if anybody has any questions with mining, or if anybody has any questions about anything frigate related, I could probably help it. Trying to be as helpful as I can.
Yeah, let me go back to the guy's name was Captain Washu. He used to be Captain Washu. He and I, we were the first recruiters for Valhalla, and then that's when we started looking at because we were getting so many new players every day, every week, and
I remember when that new Gates of Valhalla server was just implemented. I could see just tens of tickets every hour coming in.
And that's one of the reasons why. Again, PRO was started for that, and university was started for that. It's because so many new players, we needed something to just get them into the program, to get them used to what we do and the culture and just doctrine and everything. Good. Uncle, so how did you start with the Golden Horde and the university and the whole history?
Yeah, I think I joined Valhalla around the time that you guys just mentioned, when a lot of people came in. So I remember in the beginning there was a lot of chaos. So I came in as a new pro. I had no idea about the game. I just played it solo about maybe a couple of weeks before. I never played EVE Online before. Well, I played it for a month or two a couple of years ago, but basically I have no experience with EVE. And everything was kind of chaotic back then, so I didn't really know where to start. We had the new pro onboarding thing, but there wasn't enough in there. So
Right.
So it was really hard in the beginning for me to kind of find out, okay, what do I need to do if I want to join a PvP fleet? What is raiding, and where can I join somebody doing that? So I think back then I started mining, mostly because it was the easiest thing to get into for me. Now I'm getting more into PvP as well. And so I think also that's the reason where it started for me, why I got into the university, why I got into the marketing department, because I wanted to help to get more, to get more structure into the chaos, and to help other people, other new pros that have no idea about the game, to really see where they can get started, what they can do. That was my original reason. Another one was also because there were certain things, certain aspects about the game that I wanted to learn, but there was nobody available to teach it, or at least not at the time that I was available. I remember back then the Bomber Wing got a lot of traction, and there were a lot of trainings, but they were never at the time that I could attend. So I was in the Bomber Wing Discord for about 3 months without getting any training, because there was never one that I could attend. So I also wanted to get in there to help get training set up at all possible time zones, so that everybody that wants to join the wing, that wants to get this military training, can get in there and can get the training.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it grew kind of into this what it is now. I would say right now we have a lot of players that know the basics about the game. I would say most classes that we do right now is more about getting deeper knowledge in certain military tactics, for people stepping up as leaders, SFCs. So what I noticed, most like people know most basics, and we have a small team right now working, at least in Valhalla, on onboarding new members. They have a whole nother Discord where they're talking about, okay, what's the best process, the best structure to help new members. And on long term, we also want to implement this for the whole Horde, to make it easier for new members, that they have an idea, okay, where can I get started? And right now, what we're focusing on is more to get to get the whole Horde into more this advanced position, where we really have advanced knowledge and skills.
All right.
Yeah. The time zone thing is a difficulty, not just with university, but with as the bombering, as you said. For us, the difficulty was that like most of our vets was just all in the US time. So we had a lot of like EU pilots that we weren't really able to train unless like we had like some weird like free time in the middle of the week or in the middle of the day. So
one thing I wasn't around. I didn't know what happened. Well, like it used to be Bomber Wing, and now it's Frigate Wing. What happened? Do you guys?
It's just the meta of the game. Ever since Interceptors came out, Bomber Wings basically became useless. Like they do have a higher DPS compared to Interceptors, but if you're so like what we usually do for Bomber Wings is that we would go in enemy regions and just cause as much chaos as possible. But our biggest like if we get gate camp, it becomes difficult to escape. You can do it, but not every pilot is confident enough to like fly around a bubble cloak. Hopefully you don't get decloaked by like a can or like a drone. What's great about Interceptors is that like you don't really care about gate camps. You just zip through it. Plus like you're able to like target a lot faster. And so ever since bombers became kind of like out of the meta, we started like introducing more Interceptors.
Sure.
Hopefully when T9 comes out, Frigate Wing and the Bomber Wing, we'll find another way to integrate them back, because they are pretty cool. Like being cloaked up, creeping on a retriever that's like not knowing what's going on, and then like all 10 bombers decloak at the same time. It's always a cool sight.
Yeah. And I've been waiting for bombs, and real bombs, like the EVE Online bombs, to be implemented in the game, because that's like one of the funnest, the most fun part of the thing. But like you said, yeah, they never added it, so bombers is not really a thing until they added the real bombs. So yeah, I see why they're changing now. Let's go back to the university. Talking about the university, this is our latest. So Uncle and I and there was another Mr. Will. He's again a real life teacher. He and Avalia, who's gone now, but so we worked on this whole new rebuilding of university about months ago, I think. And so we came up with so we used to do like classes, so welcome fleets and things like that. We used to have our schedules and have people sign up, and that didn't really work because one is because time zone. So we didn't. So a lot of people who wanted the class couldn't sign up, and when we do have a class scheduled, like nobody will sign up for sometimes. So we changed it to on-demand style, right? I think it was basically when we were talking about it, I think everyone agreed that this on-demand model is what we liked. Uncle, do you want to chip in on this rebuilding process that we've gone through?
Sure. So yeah, I think it was about a month or two ago when we talked to rebuild the whole university. Then sadly, Uni left, and was it Evalia? And I think she did most of the intro classes.
Yeah.
And so like from today, like in a short time, we just lost our instructor for all the basic classes, and we didn't have anyone for that anymore. And I think that's also when we switched more to the on-demand program. So that people can just use a form to request a training that they would like and tell us at what times. It hasn't been used that much yet. Maybe about like 10 people used it so far.
Yeah.
But to be fair, we also haven't really promoted that too much.
Right.
Because there was no structure with the courses. Also see what you're having here open now is also right now in the process of changing a lot, because I saw that a lot of people aren't too much interested in those pure intro courses anymore. And right now, I would say right now we have a focus mostly on military training and PvP classes. So I was talking a lot with our military instructors, with some of our admirals, to see where the needs of our military are right now, and where they think that we need more pilots in. So what do we need more? Do we need more scouts? Do we need more frigate pilots? And based on the military needs, I was just doing a lot of work reaching out to people that are experienced in those type of ships, and ask them to give trainings. And then we just kind of tested, okay, what are people interested in, and try to do different event style. Like one thing that is constantly going on is frigate trainings. So at the frigate night that CaptainFelix mentioned earlier, is the big thing, and that's also something that I noticed that is working really well right now. So there's events that are where we're really doing something where you get into action, not just theory, and that's actually fun to do.
Sure.
So you're flying together with a few pilots. Frigates are really cheap. I think you even get them for free when you don't have one if you sign up for the frigate night.
Yep.
So everybody who wants to get started with PvP, that's a perfect thing to start with, because you not only get you not only learn, okay, how does fleet PvP work, how does the communication work, the UI, the overview, everything, but you're getting into action. And it's just fun to do this together. And that's also what I would like to see for, and what I'm working on right now for all other trainings, for other doctrines. Right now I'm trying to find somebody who is doing a battle cruiser training, and like all should see. We're trying to do all this in as this type of event, as a roam or something where you actually do something to so that the whole thing is more interactive and more fun.
That's a perfect segue into our next segment, because we were going to talk about future outlook. You basically just covered it. You're going to And I really like the idea of working with military and people like CaptainFelix, like the real content providers, especially the FCs, military side, to offer classes that are really in need, like frigate classes or just roaming. I remember when we first started, Dragon was running a lot of gate camping and station camping fleets lessons. These are the best way, like you said, they're fun and they're real, and so it doesn't have to be a boring class.
Definitely is the best way to learn. That's how I learned most of the PvP. I just got out with Dragon, and shout out to Boris. I learned a lot of things from him. So just flying with the guys. Oh, yeah. I think so.
There's definitely a need for like PvP content outside of like CTAs and outside of like strat ups, because you can't really teach properly when there's like a important military objective.
Yeah.
You can't really experiment, like kind of show players how to like do something in like a CTA like that. So like this is why like stuff like the Frigate Knight. Hopefully in the future we'll have like more for cruisers and battle cruisers, since that's kind of like where the meta is for like big fleet combat is. Just a safe place for newer pilots to learn how to fly their ship outside of just like anchoring on your Guardian, and hopefully not getting targeted.
Yep, definitely. Yeah. I would also say right now the focus when it comes to university is mostly on those PvP classes. So that's also because I noticed that's what we have a need. What we have the biggest need right now, especially with a few corporations that just left, and we're lacking pilots for CDAs. And I think also that's where we need to work on if we want to become a premium PvP alliance. The skills when it comes to that, and the best way to learn that, as CaptainFelix said, in small settings where we can try things out. Also with the Frigate Knights right now, it's an opportunity for FCs to step up. So if you would like to FC but you don't feel comfortable leading a 200-man fleet in CTA yet, so you can that's the best way to start. So you attend I think Shark Attack is doing weekly FC trainings now, so that everybody can learn the basics, the strategies and tactics as FC. And the Frigate Knights is the best way right now to actually train that yourself, to actually go out there, lead a fleet. Because by teaching so in my experience, by teaching other people or by teaching, you really understand something when you can teach other people how to do the same. That's an advanced way of learning.
Sure.
For me. So, yeah.
If you don't see something you want on the list, just ask. We have a university chat, and we're listening. We're always working, trying to improve. And again, Uncle is like I said before, we're going through a lot in the government side. I wanted to get this formalized a long time ago, but since we're doing this voting and new change of government, so that's gonna but soon we're gonna have more formalized roles and charter or whatever you call it, so people know where to look for things. But hopefully whoever military people especially, right, if you're watching and listening, we are here to help. We have the structure already, we have people, we have we have a system ready for like I said, like for example, when we want to take out a fleet, we can have some instructors, some FCs to backseat for you and make it fun for everyone to make it anyways.
It has great value for like the bigger like Golden Horde military. One thing we are lacking is just training, not just to like learn how to fly ships, but to how to FC as well. Shack Attack has been like doing a really good job in training people who want to learn how to FC. But right now it's still kind of vague on like how you're supposed to like move up in the military. Like I was able to move up just because we had people leaving, and I wanted to help the frigate wing transition onto like onto a new era. But not everybody will have like that willingness to like kind of put themselves out there, especially if you're newer in the alliance, you don't really know people yet. You might be hesitant and just raising your hand right away. So it is nice to see like now we're having more formal things like this, like more formal classes, more formal FC and frigate PvP trainings. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see what else comes in the future.
Definitely. And also at this point, like for everyone who has an idea like of a fun event that can be used as a training event, just come to me. Like if you want to step up as an FC, that's the best option. The best thing to do right now. Like there are so many ideas out there. You can take a kitchen sink fleet, or just equip people with cheap ships and go on a suicide roam. Just whatever you think would be fun and where people can use as a learning opportunity.
Yeah.
And right now so far we only have that for frigates right now. So I would also like to see that for cruisers, battle cruisers in the future. So for all the doctrines we have. With frigates it's easy, of course, because they're cheap. And right now Valhalla and Red One are working together to provide SRP for the frigate wing. And so that everybody who wants to get this training will get a frigate for free to just get started with PvP. Of course, the same is a little bit harder when it comes to cruisers and battle cruisers. They're a little bit more expensive, but we're working on ways to do the same there in the future.
Yeah, these small frigates are really fun. It's my favorite. Okay, we are moving on to the next part, which is talking about the update, the newest, well, not so new anymore, but it was new when we scheduled this, the Indomitable update, where, let's watch this video first, and then you guys can chip in. That's pretty.
Yeah.
It's like Earth.
What ships are there?
Looks like Megatrons.
Yeah.
Vindicators. Whoa.
Oof.
Did someone blow up a player's citadel already?
No, not yet.
Oops. I didn't want to show that.
that.
So that was probably just from the deaths.
So.
No. That was an operation like...
Probably on the test server. I think that, yeah. So that was the official trailer for Indomitable, the newest patch for Echoes that introduced the most important thing yet, the sovereignty, right? What do you guys any feedbacks yet? Reactions? Like how you've been feeling in game? Because I don't really get to play.
I would say I definitely like that we have bigger fleet sizes now. So we can have up to 51 pilots. I think that definitely makes things easier to manage. I also think it's interesting that you have, with the new fleet overview, that you have a fleet boss and a fleet commander, and that you can have those two separate. That makes it easier for an FC, especially in a big op. When he's busy with doing other stuff, you can have somebody else adding in people, structuring all the stuff inside, so the FC can focus on what really matters.
Yeah.
How about sovereign? Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would say that's one of the things I most like about the recent update.
Yeah.
When it comes to sovereignty, I mean, as I mentioned earlier, I never really played EVE Online, so I don't know how sovereignty really works there. The way it works right now, I mean, I saw all the updates that I want to bring in the future, all the possibilities they want you to have in the future with your sovereign space. For right now, it just puts a color in the map, and that's it. And you have a citadel that's a little bit more that's bigger, that's harder to destroy for your enemies, but that's about it for right now. And I think Indy has some. I think you get a little bit higher reprocess rates. I'm not sure about that though.
I think it's like blueprint research bonus, but it's like very minimal, like 5%, something like that. Yeah.
Wasn't there something for PvE too, like more chances to spawn dead spaces?
Eventually, it's one of like their future.
Oh, not yet.
Yeah, no, not yet. So there, you don't get the feature add-ons yet on like modules or whatever you call it for the Corp Citadels. So right now, like as like Uncle said, the effect in game is like very minimal right now. It hasn't really changed how people play for now. But it is interesting to see how different alliances handle the Corp Citadels. Like for us, it's pretty public out there that we've like just plopped a lot of like Corp Citadels. So our regions are very colorful right now. But if you look at like another like big alliance like GenFed, they've been more conservative when it comes to like planting their Corp Citadels. Like I haven't checked in like two days, but I don't think they've dropped one yet. Meanwhile, like other alliances like near them, like F1, like NSFW, have like and who are much smaller than GenFed, have already like placed their own Corp Citadels. Yeah, I think it has definitely put a pause on like big wars for now, just because like all the alliances are just like saving up all their money so they can like put these like citadels down.
Interesting. So not much has changed. So when you go into a system owned by a corp, what do you see? Is there visuals or how do you tell whose sovereignty is it?
You can see like on the like just right next to your face and like where it shows like your region on the top left side of the screen. It will either show unclaimed if there's no Corp Citadels in that system, or the alliance and the Corp that owns the Citadel. And I believe as like shown in the trailer, it's also on the Stargates. So like the little like whatever banner your Corp has is on the Stargates. I usually like zoom out when I play. Like I don't even get to see like my ship model when I play, so I don't get to see like all these like cool stuff. But it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just so out of touch. I haven't logged in for a long time. I should log in and see what it's like.
You don't even know where Valhalla's base is anymore.
I know. I'm still in P74.
Yeah, you should. I mean, it's kind of cool to see, like, to log in every day and see more green colors pop up on the map, and to see, okay, that's where we have our base now. And you kind of see from what it looks right now, the Golden Horde has the alliance with the most corp stations up for the moment.
Really?
At least from what it looks at the map. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's as Felix said, I think Void has a station south of us. F1 has a couple stations, and then in GenFed, I think GenFed has one station. I think I saw one that they had, but most stations is really, if you look at the map, most stations you will see in Cage. cache and geminate.
So I'm logging in right now for the first time in forever. Let's see what's going on. So how about this system? This system, is it? So if it's owned by
NPC.
right, but
Yeah.
how about the system? The system is also NPC.
Yeah, so any
Maxis
nullsec
here.
system that has an NPC station is considered like a up-hired NPC system.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have. So you have to go to like MTAC M, I guess.
Okay. MTech M.
Yeah.
Yeah, or VMP7, if you just go to Systems North, you will see Valhalla's Corp Citadel.
I guess it's public. We can go to our.
Yeah, it's public anyway, so everybody can see it on the map. Everybody can see it's there.
Yeah. So.
Okay, I think this is my new fit. I didn't fit a covert ops cloak on the ship, so I can't cloak it. I'm so stupid. Oh my goodness. Anyways, and I just wanted to. So, any more feedback? How about? So definitely, fleet is the big, the best part. How about the negative? Any bad things? Bad feedbacks from the patch, from the update?
I know there's like some bugs with the Citadel. People are having difficulties, especially if you're not part of the corp, the in-game corporation that drops it. It's I think people are having difficulties like autopiloting to the outpost. I know like some of the Valhalla corps have like had that issue where they can't like autopilot. So yeah, as you can see, it shows unsettled.
Yeah.
Since nobody has placed a corp citadel. But if you go to like the next system, LQ, you'll see that somebody has placed a corp citadel in like that system.
Cool.
Yeah. Funny if you get blown up by like a roaming like gate camp or like roaming like pirate.
I thought this was like our safe space. I mean,
it's nullsec.
Yeah.
It happens.
I would say it's mostly quiet. You sometimes have interceptors fleet showing up, or a few bombers.
Yeah.
But I haven't really seen anything bigger like that.
No, it's too deep in the. We're lucky with cache where like we can kind of like hide all our stuff here in this region.
Yeah. Oh, now we see it.
Yeah.
Blood Horde.
You click on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you click on it. It shows like the corp.
And then the alliance. That's cool.
Yeah. So Blood Horde is like our Russian, our Russian brothers.
Awesome. And then I guess for station, you would. Station.
I don't think you'd be able to see it. You have to go to the planet, and I'm not sure what planet is for the system. Yeah.
That's okay. So aside from a few bugs, like anything major, nothing major that you guys feel like it's been really bad for the game, for example?
No, I wouldn't say so. Just a few bugs as you have with any bigger update. And I would think right now because there are not too many things that you can do yet with a corp citadel. I would say that's the only thing I would like to see already more options implemented, what you can do. But I mean, I can also understand that developers want to focus on this right now first, because they also just have a limited team and limited possibilities of what they can do with their time. So I think it's understandable. But I'm really looking forward to what else will come with that update. Another thing, if you want to look at the map, they changed the map.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a big.
There's one thing that annoys me with the map.
Star Charge tutorial. That's cool. Back. I don't need a tutorial. There you go.
This is a good point. Like, if there was gonna be a negative with this update, this is gonna be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
this how you can see the sovereignty.
Yeah.
So you can see the sovereignty now. You can also see whole New Eden on the map. You just don't see just cache anymore. You see whole New Eden, as you can see.
Yeah.
But now, what kind of annoys me? So let's say if I would like to navigate to a system in Geminet, for example.
Yeah.
I could stroll in to Geminet right now, but in order to click on a system, I would need to click on the region first, and that's sometimes kind of annoying, especially if it's a system at the edge. So let's say if you scroll to one of the systems at the edge in Geminet and just try, it's just okay. You already clicked on Geminet, that's why it's open now. But if you would still be in cache, you would need to click on Geminet first right now.
So it's a little bit inconvenient.
To kind of click on them. It's a little bit inconvenient.
I can see. So you can see. So for example, Zan plays that's a player-owned system, right?
Yeah. It should show the color. Like I don't know why it's not showing. Yeah.
Yeah, it should show the color.
Maybe because my computer's too slow.
Maybe. But yeah, it should like shade the region where.
I know, right?
So maybe like close to like the map and like open it again. See.
Okay. I wanted to see the effect. Oh, now I see the logo, right? Let's see. Observe. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't zoom in too much, I guess. Oh, there we go. Eve.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. So I guess that's nice. If we get a station, we can see some station graphics. But anyways, let's go back to the map. So if people need some training, there's another new idea. People need training now how to use the new map. Let's see. Oh, no, too far. How do I go back?
Close it.
Oops.
Click the. You have to like set sovereignty as like your filter.
Yeah. Right.
The search one.
Right. Okay.
That's weird.
So there, we found a bug. Yay! We found a bug.
Yeah. So normally you should see colors, and cache is mostly green.
Yeah.
And I think I know what you guys are talking about. There should be like a boundary map circle thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, so devs, if you're looking, we found a bug. This is a BlueStacks emulator. Maybe that's the problem. But okay. All right. I think we've done enough of this Indomitable update. I mean, I was very excited, but maybe too excited because, like you guys said, nothing really happened. Nothing really changed.
I think nothing right now. It's just like a lot of like alliances are still building it because it does take a lot of resources.
Okay.
To build one.
How much estimate? Do you guys know? Like estimate, how much does it take to build a citadel or to buy a citadel?
I heard something like 20 billion.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah, for Eve Echoes, it's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We're doing perfect on time, so let's go to our final words and shoutouts. Any final thoughts you want to share?
Yeah, weird. It works on my phone. I wanted to check if that bug was.
It's probably the BlueStacks.
Yeah.
But
might be just BlueStacks or your computer.
Yeah. Yeah. So who wants to? How about Uncle? Shoutouts. Last final thoughts.
Sure. I think there were a few things that I wanted to add also to the university part. Because I mentioned earlier we are focusing right now mostly on military training, but that's not all that we want to do, of course. So I want to get all the other aspects of the game in there too. I want in the future I want to see trainings for our drop bear mining. I want to see trainings for PvE trainings for indie. But yeah, right now we're mostly focusing on where we have the biggest need. And I mean in my experience, education is for also for any real life cooperation.
Yeah.
Education is substantial.
Yeah.
I can see that with my own business. I mean, I only have a small team, but with some of the businesses I'm consulting, that's always always a big thing how you structure your own education process, because that's where the value comes from in your business, how you do certain things, especially in B2B. If you work with other corporations, for me in marketing, my team needs to know how to do Facebook ads, how to do Instagram ads, and the knowledge needs to come from somewhere. And I think that can sometimes be tricky for, especially for smaller corporations, because you have one person that has all the knowledge. So I have one guy who is a Facebook pro, and he knows everything about Facebook ads, and he's really good, and he's running all the ads. But what happens when he leaves? And then and then we have a big problem. And it's the same here, especially in Eve Echoes, because you constantly have people coming and going, and you never really know what happens, because it's just a game. And especially then, it's really important to have a centralized hub for education, where people can learn everything that's important, so that the thing can be ongoing, even if people in key positions leave. And that's also what kind of my vision is for the university, to really to really build something that helps us to even grow this alliance even bigger and even better, and to just help everybody that wants to get in a certain position to get the knowledge, and that we're not fucked up if we have another corp leaving that have a lot of people in leadership positions, that we're fucked up again and have to build everything from scratch, so that we have the knowledge there already.
Well said. Completely agree. Yeah. Captain Felix?
Just two shout outs. First, shout out to all our officers and everybody who just creates content for the Alliance. It's a lot of work, a lot of prep work for the officers to just find stuff for our pilots to do. So shout out to you guys. Ian Poison, Big Blue Boat, you're a great example. You barely even play the game, but you're very active on the Alliance. And I know a bunch of people in the Alliance that are the same thing, where all they do is just Discord. And kudos to them. It's something that, man, I just can't even imagine doing it. The second shout out is to our new pilots. If you keep bugging us, if you have questions in the Golden Horde Alliance server, ask it in the university chat. It gets lost in the general chat or even the strategy chat, because people just post cat memes on the general chat, so it just gets lost. So we apologize if we can't answer your questions, but we'll do our best to answer it. Just ignore Evil Darkness when he posts meme cat memes. Yeah, he means well. He just wants to barrage you with cat memes. But yeah, that's what it is.
I would also say shout out to Shark Attack.
Yeah.
He's really active right now in doing trainings. He's really active in the frigate wing. I think he's taking over now since CaptainFelix stepped down, together with Boris. So also shout out to him. Shark Attack is doing weekly FC trainings now for everyone who wants to step up. Another shout out I would say goes to Sal. He does so much work right now in the military and really helps us to get going forward there. And last also to all the officers that are active right now, that they're working to get this alliance set up, to get us to build here the biggest and best alliance of Eve Echoes.
Yeah. Again, thank you guys for coming. I think the university is going to be in good hands. We have a lot of good people, so let's work together to make it.
Also, if you hear this and if you would like to step up and help in the university, we're trying to rebuild the team right now. Right now, it's just three of us. It's just Neon, Will, and me.
Yeah.
So and I'm also really busy with everything going on in real life.
Yeah.
So as soon as this whole election thing is over and I'm officially
Yeah.
the head of the university, I can start building a team around this. So if you have any ideas, especially I need help organizing events. If you have any ideas about courses, about classes that you want to do, just DM me on Discord. I'm happy about anyone who wants to help.
Awesome. All right, GHU. Let's check back in maybe a few months, and I'm sure things will be very different, and hopefully university will be still a big part of, in the middle of everything. Thank you guys. Talk to you later.
Thank you.